This is part 3, and I had just learned from Jesus that there is another afterlife option that's not heaven, it's not hell, it's something in between. And people choose to go here. It's also not, as I understand the concept of purgatory, it's a place to work off your sins. That's not the purpose of this place. This place is just to allow people to get what they want, which is they can create their own best version of heaven or join someone else's best version of heaven. But it's still not fulfilling. That's what Jesus told me, is that people can spend here as long as they want, but they often find after enough time it's still not fulfilling. They will often leave. And I asked Jesus, okay, so maybe after they spend time here, maybe they'll go to someone else's pseudo heaven. Maybe they'll choose to reincarnate. Maybe they'll choose to just be done. And I said, but can anyone get to heaven from here? And Jesus told me, actually, at that moment when I was asking that question, I turned around to look at the entrance that we had come from, because I knew that was the doorway to heaven. But it was amazing. In this landscape, my eyes just wanted to skip right over it. I just didn't want to take notice of it, even though I knew it was there. And that, in fact, the only way I could have known it was there was the way I came through, that Jesus led me through it. Jesus told me that, Dakota, because heaven requires a surrender of the soul, a free will choice to lay down your life, even if it's your afterlife, to lay down your life. It's still too hard for people to do. They cannot cross through without their ego intact. And he said, this is where you need a guide. And Jesus said, Dakota, I am that guide. I hope I coherently put these stories together. If you want more, I've got an online community where we talk about these details in depth, and you can ask your questions better than we can on this app. But God is such a loving God. He will allow you to choose anything that you can think of. If you can create it for an afterlife, he will let you live it out. And yet you will find it is still not fulfilling. I've had a personal experience that has just changed who I am, and continues to do so. That's what I think people are searching for. God doesn't punish people. He lets you choose. In fact, a lot of times your own choices are a punishment. He lets you choose, and he loves you so much that he is willing to let you go. But he hopes he can convince you to surrender to him and come on to heaven.